Hey everybody,
We're back again.
we're day drinking.
That's the kind of day that it is. I feel like, it's beautiful sunny weather. Spring is here.
It is.
Kids are
It is
terrorists, so yeah.
beautiful, 70-some degrees and sunny here in northern Texas.
Beautiful.
We're gonna do some day drinking
Yeah.
with some Jack Daniels.
That I've never had.
Let's do it. Three, 2, 1. I haven't even really. That's not true. I have been drinking. Hello. So, like, subscribe, hit the subscription, or the
We wanna
notification,
hear
not the
from
subscription,
you.
the notification. We've
Push all the buttons.
We're day drinking. As you can hit, I don't know if the microphones are picking it up. There's birds
All over the
all
place.
over the place. It sounds like we're on an African safari somewhere.
I do love our backyard.
It
I'm
is
so
very
glad the
nice.
weather's back and we can enjoy our backyard
Yeah.
again.
We do have a big, beautiful backyard. It's time to put a fire in the fire pit and enjoy the evening
Yeah.
after I replace all of the backyard yard lighting that burned out over the winter.
If we have a big enough fire, we don't need lighting.
That's true. Anyways, in our last video, something came up and I mentioned about the Jack Daniels hard teas and their hard drinks. And she's like, what are you talking about, Jack Daniels?
I've only seen it in little cans, like the Jack and Coke in the can.
So
I've never seen it in a bottle.
this stuff has been around almost as long as you.
That looks very margarita-ish.
They started making these in 1992. This is one of the originals. This is the Lynchburg Lemonade by Jack Daniels. They also made a Jack and Coke pre-mixed in a bottle.
Mhm. I've never seen it in a bottle. Like I said, I've seen it in the can,
Nope,
kind of like the Crown
they
does
were
in the
all
can.
they were all like this.
Hmm.
You can go. They do have kits. There's recently Jack Daniels has started putting them in the cans, and they're more of the wimpy, no alcohol.
Yeah, they're super low.
Seltzers. These
Oh,
are not
no.
seltzers.
The ones I'm talking about, they're not seltzers. They're actual Jack and Cokes in a can. Crown did a run of them, and Jack did a run of them,
Okay.
but they weren't in the bottles.
So Jack has been doing them this way since the beginning of time.
I'm not
In the
that old. You're that old.
1992.
Shh.
In the beginning, the bottles actually were more square, like a Jack bottle.
Those would be
Um,
really cute to collect.
And they were
Right.
very dark. The labels have gotten much brighter, and they were very
Yeah,
much
much more
symboled
eye-catchy.
like the bottles, like
Yeah,
the
they
real
wanted
Jack
you
Daniels.
to feel like that makes
Um,
sense.
But they've been around forever.
And this is Lynchburg Lemonade.
So this is Lynchburg Lemonade, is one of the originals.
And it is 4.8% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's give it a try. See what
That
you
was
think.
the easiest twist.
Yes, they do come off really easy.
That was almost like it wasn't sealed. I don't know how I feel about that. That was.
So I'm not a lemonade fan, but it is Lynchburg Lemonade. This is a Jack Daniels staple.
It looks very margarita-y.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what my take on them are yet.
Super carbonated. Wow. I was not expecting that much carbonation. They're just sugary.
But drink it, you will taste the Jack Daniels.
I don't taste any.
You will get an alcohol taste. There is an alcohol taste there. It's not bad.
It's a super carbonated lemonade.
Mhm.
I didn't catch any alcohol.
Very drunk, very fast type drinks.
That's the sugar hitting you. I'm not mad about that, but it's also not that overpowering lemonade. It's a very subtle lemonade.
Yeah. So
I feel.
and we've had this discussion more than once. I don't like lemonade. I'll drink these.
I feel a recurring theme here.
It's very sugary though, so
It is,
lemonade
it's
is
very
super
sweet.
that tartness, and there's enough sugar in these that it takes away that tartness.
Yeah, this is definitely much more sweet than
Right,
it is.
and so sugary lemonade or old school lemonade made in the jar out in the sun with a bag of sugar in it, that lemonade I can drink.
That's not how you make lemonade. That's how you make sweet tea.
Oh, that's how you make lemonade too.
I've never put lemonade in the sun.
You're from
I've done-
Washington.
There is no sun. We've made sweet tea that way, and we've made Jamaica that way.
Yeah, lemonade down in the South, it's all made in jars out on the porch.
I don't know about lemonade, but tea,
Yep,
yes.
lemonade and
All
tea.
right.
It's all done the same way.
All right. Well, anyways, what other flavors we got?
I don't know. Grab another one. Let's go on to the next one. She's just gonna grab.
Yeah.
3,
Chair's not big enough for
2,
both our butts.
1. We're back.
This was really red.
Jack Daniels number 2. Now there are a bunch. This isn't. I just grabbed the quick sampler pack that was there. There were the Jack and Cokes and the other flavors that were in their 6-packs. But at the store that I was at, the only variety pack was this. It had 4 flavors, and so we're doing these. I just wanted to grab it because she said she'd never had it, and
I'm not mad so far.
Can't believe
First
it.
one was good. I got hopes for the rest.
This one is
Watermelon.
Jack Daniels Watermelon Punch.
I like watermelons. Dun dun dun.
Day
So
drinking.
bright.
Day
Right.
drinking.
I kind of miss doing this with you.
Day drinking?
Um,
Or the videos?
I don't know that we've ever day drank. We've been together a long time. I don't know that we've ever day drank together.
No.
We're not, I mean, we don't drink enough to day drink. And if I'm not working, you're working, and we're both working,
that
or there's
is a
kids,
big-
and
So it's Sunday.
it's our day off together.
It's normally Mondays is our day off. Tomorrow I have to go to Dallas. So we're doing a video now. We are going to do a second video later tonight.
You didn't have to tell them.
I'm telling
Are
you.
you going to post it all together?
It might mean that I have to do more videos tomorrow because I'm too hungover to go to Dallas.
Oh, now that means we'll end up being more hungover on Tuesday. We both got to work Tuesday. That's a Jolly Rancher in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
That is. They are so sweet. I could definitely see this causing a hangover because they are so sweet.
So when I was complaining about the Monster hard teas, it was missing the carbonation.
Yeah, these have nice carbonation. They're teeny tiny little bubbles.
Yep, the carbonation in these is good
They
job,
are
Jack
delightful.
Daniels.
Yeah. The flavor is good because even though they are so sweet, they are not hurt your teeth sweet. They are not like, oh, I don't know that I could drink more than like 2 of them and they'd start giving me a stomachache. 'Cause
Oh
of the
yeah,
sugar.
yeah, I'm sure.
But drinking them is delightful.
Yep.
For sure.
I like it. Let's go to number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Bottle 3 of Day Drinking with the Italians.
I don't love this color. This color's a little suspicious.
I don't remember. I'm gonna say it's peach. It is Southern Peach.
Okay, but that color's still a little suspect.
That's peach.
Well,
looks
no,
like
but-
looks like
But
peach juice to
it's
me.
The sun can hit it. It's nice, but a little muddy water.
From this
sitting like
angle, it's a
that.
little.
It's in a little muddy water. Gross.
That's what the rivers look like in Texas. That's a very big shock to the system for us. We're both from the Pacific Northwest. I'm born and raised in Seattle. She's from right in the middle between Seattle and Portland, Oregon. And rivers are everywhere. Lakes are everywhere. And the water is crystal clear and blue and wonderful. Most of the year it's too cold to touch.
because it's all mountain runoff.
Yeah.
It's all snow.
But it's so beautiful and it's so clear. And then
you come here and it's mud.
well, then we moved to Arizona and we lived in Phoenix for almost 10 years where there's no water.
But the maps say there's rivers everywhere.
But there aren't.
But they're not.
Yeah, they're runoffs for when it rains really hard and it floods. Then it becomes a river for a day and then it's gone.
It's so funny. Do you remember for the first time driving over one and looking down and there was a skate park in it?
Yeah. There's walkways and runways in what is the river.
The river.
And
but
on the
there's-
map, it is a river.
They use it as parks and stuff.
Yeah. And then that one day that it rains, the park's gone because it's underwater. And then the next day, they're out there basketball and skateboarding again.
I do miss Gianna playing in the muddy puddles.
Yeah.
Because it
We
would
did
rain.
have the largest lake in Phoenix was only about a half-hour drive from our house.
It was a good
And
one.
it was a very nice lake. The water was nice. It was
Mhm.
clear. The water was warm. So it was like being in Hawaii. If you've ever been to Hawaii, the water was almost always at like a 70 to 80 degrees
It was warm.
at the lake. And so it was
That
amazing.
wind hit you and it wasn't great, but
Yeah. And then we moved here to Texas where there are rivers everywhere. There are lakes everywhere. The water is
Gross.
shit brown.
it looks like chocolate milk. Do you know the Willy Wonka
Yep.
chocolate river? That's
And I
what
know
it
that
looks
people
like.
go and swim in it and boat in it and do
Nope.
all that stuff. And to me, I'm
Nope.
just like, that is dirt water. I haven't.
Good.
And I love water. We're going for it.
Too much talking. I'm ready to start drinking again.
Southern Peach.
Ah, not a big fan of peach.
Southern Peach.
Mm. Oh, it's peachy. It smells like do you ever eat the Peachos?
Oh, that is really peachy.
I don't know how you're drinking it that fast. I will die if I drink it that fast. It has a peach flavor. It's not as strong as the smell is, though. It's not mad. It's not bad. I'm not mad at it at all. Each time you pour a little more, because I'm looking at the first one and it's got like this much in the
poured
bottle.
the first one.
And then the second one's got like this much in the bottle. And this one's got like this much in the bottle. We are day drinking.
We're day drinking. Let's go to the last one.
I can't drink that fast.
We're going to the last one.
I like to drink, but I'm not a quick drinker. Because I can't do that.
I know the fact that you can't burp is weird.
My mother didn't burp either.
Yeah, I don't know, you weirdos. So it made the cut.
I hate you.
Down home punch? Is that what it is? Down home punch.
Yeah, but the font is weird. I had to read it twice. I wasn't sure what it was saying.
And the caps are like not on.
Yeah, they just bloop. I don't know about that. They're not real sealed. Oh, sure. Now you pour the other one. The last one. You might as well just pour the whole thing.
We're gonna drink.
Are we thinking like fruit punch or like raspberry?
Yeah, I
Fruit
just smell
punch.
fruit punch.
I don't know what that squawking noise is. Somebody's got a windmill or something.
Somebody has a windmill.
No, I'm not. It's not the worst thing we've drank. I know we're setting the bar real high there. I don't care for that one though. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna drink it, but
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna bring them back and
discuss them.
discuss them. More like finish them off. But
Also that.
oh, dog. Okay,
Okay.
Jack Daniels.
I really didn't pour anything out of the
You really
first one.
didn't. Jack Daniels flavors. What do you think?
I'm not mad about them. I mean, they were delightful. Even the ones I didn't like were still very drinkable.
Mhm.
They are very sweet. They are a wine cooler-esque. And more than about 2, maybe 3 of them, I'm going to start having a tummy ache. And they are
Gotcha.
going to give you a hangover.
So you lay out your order best to least.
Best to least.
And I've got to say that we are...
The exact opposite? Ah, pretty close.
That's me.
See, and I didn't like the fruit punch.
The fruit punch was okay. The peach, there was something about the peach, and maybe it's because I drank half a bottle.
Fair.
So,
I'm not a big fan of peach, but like I said, the smell was really strong.
Yeah.
But the flavor wasn't very
so
strong.
these ones I drank when I was younger.
The lemonade.
The old Lynchburg lemonades.
I really like the watermelon though. The watermelon's probably my favorite, but I like watermelon flavoring, so
Yeah, that brings back memories right there.
if you drink enough of them, there shouldn't be any memories. So
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
can see where these got us in trouble.
where we're from, you sat dying in a field somewhere, out in the middle of nowhere.
At night, yeah.
I never did that.
Yeah, I did it a lot.
No, I wasn't that kid.
Yeah, I did.
I went
that.
once, and literally I had my can, and I poured my alcohol, and I went to take a drink and dropped it, and then the cops came and busted us up, and I left. So I didn't even get to drink it.
I did it all the
So-
time. And I wasn't a country boy. I was a city boy, but my sisters and my family were all country and had a big farm. And I grew up in the city. But when I moved down to where they lived, I started hanging out with those guys.
Because that's all there was.
Where she's from, and
That's all there
which is
was.
country. And yeah, then it was Friday and Saturday nights at what was called Thousand Line.
Way
Which
to
is,
throw that one back.
so you got the way that
No,
works.
they don't care.
You got town, and then there's the hills, and there's the logging roads that go up, and Thousand Line is at the 1,000-foot level. and you would drive up through that and go up.
I always wanted to go. I always wanted to be part of those parties, and I went one time.
Go up to the rock
I was
pit.
probably 21 by the time I actually went, and it just.
Well, they used to in the beginning. They would go all the way to the rock pit, to all the way up to Thousand Line, up to where the helicopter lands for in the snow for pickups, rescues. If the loggers get hurt, and it's a long way, and it's dangerous. Like I don't know how kids made it off the mountain, because it is straight cliffs with no barriers. It is logging roads, and I don't know how they did it, because they're going up there and they're getting drunk and they were driving like idiots back down the hill. And wrecks happen, but not nearly as much as you would think.
No, I remember hearing about it for a long time, and I never got to do it. I just was a homebody.
Oh, there'd be hundreds of people up there partying.
Yeah, nope, I wasn't. By the time I got around to it, for one, Thousand Line had started to get closed down.
Yeah,
by the time I got there,
and that was when I moved.
I just wasn't friends with.
I moved to Vegas. And I was in Vegas, and when I came back from Vegas, it wasn't as much of a thing. And then it was the people that were going out there that were trying to bring it back were lazy. And so they didn't drive to Thousand Line.
They just went halfway up.
They drove to the Y, which was only like 2 miles
which
off.
I'm pretty sure is where we were.
They went to the Y.
I'm pretty sure that's where we were.
So from the Y to get to the pit was like another 10 miles of logging roads.
God. Glad we didn't go. I would have died.
It was only like a mile or two into the Y, and that's where they started.
I didn't do any of that crap.
Yeah.
We did do the house parties with the Spodie.
Did all the house
didn't know
parties.
it was in there. But I say that. I only did 2 of those in my whole life. And
I may have only missed 2 of those.
We definitely weren't at the same house parties, though. No. Definitely not. Yeah, no, I just didn't do any of those. I don't know.
Well, that's what this is. This is
See, but when we did the house parties, it was Smirnoffs.
Okay.
We did Smirnoffs. That's
if you're
why
my
I never
age,
heard
this
of
was more of the type of stuff that would be at the parties.
Yeah. This is definitely along the same lines, and had I known about these, I absolutely would have drank these.
And then if you're really old school like me, then there was the Boones.
I just realized how ugly my shoes were.
We had the big full wine bottles of Boones.
No,
you'd be drinking Boones.
I know the stories of Boones, but we never drank those either.
I have to see if I can find a couple flavors of Boones.
We were at a weird random gas station on one of our travels. Remember, I came out and I was like, "There's like 5 flavors of Boones in there." Do you remember that?
I have to find Boones for you. Anyways,
why are you trying to kill me?
I'm gonna turn off the camera and get drunk.
We're gonna keep day drinking. See how the next one turns out.
We're gonna keep day drinking, and then later tonight we're breaking out vodka.
He really is trying to kill me, I think.
Thanks for watching. See you later. Shut up, you goddamn birds. They're just ruining my goddamn video.
Stinking birds.
Stinking birds.